Get going, Nick, I said, not nicely, and next time wait for an invitation. As if there'll be a next time, he shot back, glaring at me. Besides, I thought you did invite me. How else was I supposed to interpret later? You even added a sexy simper right before you hopped on the bus, and you looked back and waved at me as the bus was pulling away. Oh, he did not just suggest. How about later as in later tomorrow, I said. Or later in the week, later in the month, any way you like. In fact, except for later tonight. And how about I trespass all over Macy's yard while I'm at it? I sucked in a desperately needed breath to add, anyway, who even says sexy simper nowadays? Nick's face had darkened into a dangerous scowl. I wasn't intending to trespass, as I've already explained. And at least I don't refer to myself in the third person. Huh. It was an excellent comeback. All right, fine. It was the best I could do under the circumstances. Nick lifted an eyebrow. You're not going to let me wash off in your bathroom? Nope, I said, not blinking. He muttered under his breath, rolled the bike out and swung a leg over it clumsily. I felt a flash of sympathy. He was definitely injured. There was even a bit of blood soaking through his t-shirt. But I couldn't give in. The idiot had done this to himself. It was completely, utterly 100% his own fault. And if his jacket had been zipped up, he would have been protected from the rocks. Right. I pointed toward the road, without another word. Nick sped down the driveway, disappearing into the dark night. I waited until the bike reflectors were out of sight, then cast one quick look toward the silent trees before hurrying back to the reception hall. Everyone was exactly as I'd left them. All clear, I said as calmly as I could, approaching and checking the seat belts of the exchangers, giving them each reassuring pats as I proceeded around the table. You are certain we don't need to abort? Claude asked, his long face almost convincingly serene. Positive, I said. Well done. Thank you, Macy. Then, keep an eye on the forest, he added quietly as I passed behind his chair. I patted him, too, in acknowledgement. It occurred to me, walking back to my corner, that all of them, Mom, Dad, and Claude, had also let slip my name while in the presence of the exchangers. I bit my lip. What did it matter since they were about to leave? I couldn't imagine a reason and decided it was not worth worrying about. I focused instead on Claude as he instructed the 5 exchangers to slip on their head straps. They did so. The previous preoccupation was gone, replaced with a seriousness that would, ironically, serve them well for the upcoming process, which meant Nick's uninvited appearance had had at least one good effect. It didn't mean he was off my blacklist, however. Claude extracted the vial box from his pocket, his fingers steadier than before. He flipped the lid. It opened with a sucking pop. One by one, he tipped the tiny green vial over the 5 shot glasses, just a drop into each. The combination of liquids fizzed softly as he passed them to the waiting compounders. Together, Claude said, as everyone held up their glasses. 1 gulp, 1 swallow, 1 exchange to follow. Now. They drank. It burns, said Felina. Campos coughed dryly. Robin blinked, his big eyes growing a brighter purple, then for a moment a gentle brown. Purple-brown. The giant grunted. The gunslinger got in one last whoa, and the next moment all 5 slumped over, comatose, kept from sliding out of their chairs solely by their securely fastened seat belts. And the exchange had begun.